You know the routine. You wake up, shuffle into the kitchen, and whip up a warm bowl of oatmeal. It feels comforting, like a hug in a bowl. And you're probably thinking, this is me doing healthy right. You're not alone. Millions of people lean on oatmeal as their go-to morning staple. It's cozy, filling, and has this reputation for being heart-healthy and easy on the stomach, especially as we get older. It's quick to make, simple to eat, and feels like a trusty friend. But here's the thing. What if some of the things you're mixing into that oatmeal are turning your wholesome breakfast into something less than ideal? What if your morning routine is quietly working against you, zapping your energy, stressing your heart, or even clouding your memory? Today, we're diving into 3 common ingredients that many people over 60 toss into their oatmeal without a second thought. These are pantry staples you probably have right now, things you'd never suspect could be problematic. On their own, they might seem harmless. But pair them with oatmeal, and they can flip your breakfast from hero to zero. If you care about staying sharp, keeping your heart happy, and maintaining steady energy throughout the day, stick around. We're breaking it all down. Before we get started, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from today? Drop a comment and let me know. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm here to help. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on Thrive in Prime's expert health tips and updates. Let's make your health journey unstoppable together. Why oatmeal got its superstar status. Before we get into those sneaky troublemakers, let's quickly cover why oatmeal earned its place at the top of the breakfast charts. For decades, it's been the darling of doctors, dietitians, and health-conscious folks everywhere. And honestly, it's not hard to see why. Oatmeal is like the ultimate slow and steady companion. Unlike sugary cereals or refined carbs that send your blood sugar skyrocketing, then crashing, oatmeal keeps you steady. It's gentle on the stomach, soft enough for days when chewing feels like work, and doesn't leave you dragging by mid-morning. For those of us over 60, that's a big win. It's also incredibly versatile. You can go sweet with fruit or honey, or savory with spices and herbs. It's a blank canvas for whatever flavors you love. Plus, oats themselves come packed with fiber, which supports heart health and digestion. So yeah, oatmeal deserves its good reputation. But, and this is important, it's not just about the oats. Oatmeal acts like a sponge, soaking up everything you add to it. That means what you stir in matters just as much as the oats themselves. Are you unknowingly adding ingredients that sabotage your energy, your heart health, or your mental clarity? Let's find out what's really going on in your bowl. Let's start with one of the biggest offenders lurking in your breakfast routine: fruit juice. Yes, I'm talking about that bright, cheerful glass of orange juice sitting next to your oatmeal. You might be thinking, wait a second, orange juice is a breakfast classic. It's packed with vitamins. And sure, it's easy to see why we've been sold on this idea for decades. After all, what could be healthier than starting your day with a burst of vitamin C? But here's the catch. Drinking fruit juice isn't the same as eating a whole piece of fruit, not even close. When you bite into an orange or any fresh fruit, you're getting more than just sweetness. The fiber in the fruit acts as a natural buffer, slowing down how quickly the sugars hit your bloodstream. This keeps things balanced and steady, giving your body time to process everything without going into overdrive. With juice, though, that fiber is gone. What's left is essentially a concentrated shot of sugar, often disguised as something wholesome. Even if it's labeled 100% pure or no added sugar, don't let those buzzwords fool you. It's still a sugar bomb waiting to happen. Now imagine pairing that sugary drink with oatmeal. On its own, oatmeal is already rich in carbohydrates, which break down into glucose once digested. Add a glass of orange juice, and suddenly you're flooding your system with a double dose of fast-acting sugar. For younger people, this might not seem like such a big deal. Their bodies can handle the spike and crash more easily. But as we age, especially after 60, our systems become less forgiving. Blood sugar spikes can leave you feeling jittery at first, only to crash later, leaving you tired, irritable, or mentally foggy. Over time, these constant ups and downs take a toll on your energy levels, your mood, and even your long-term health. Here's where it gets tricky. If you're already keeping an eye on your blood sugar or managing conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure, this combo could quietly sabotage your efforts. The rapid influx of sugar forces your heart to work harder and stresses your insulin response. This isn't just a short-term issue. It compounds over time. Think about it. Every morning you're inviting this little storm into your body. Instead of fueling yourself for the day ahead, you're setting yourself up for energy crashes, cravings, and maybe even adding to stubborn belly fat. Not exactly the healthy start you were aiming for, right? So what's the solution? First, ditch the juice. Opt for something gentler on your system, like water, herbal tea, or plain coffee without added sugar. These options hydrate and energize without throwing your blood sugar out of whack. Still craving that fruity flavor? Here's a simple swap. Toss some whole berries, apple chunks, or sliced banana directly into your oatmeal. Whole fruits bring their natural sweetness along with all the fiber intact, so you get the taste you love without the chaos. Plus, they add texture and variety to your bowl, making it feel fresh and exciting. The bottom line? Fruit juice isn't inherently evil, and neither is oatmeal. They're both fine on their own, but together, they create a mismatch that can wreak havoc on your energy, focus, and overall well-being. By making smarter choices, you can keep your breakfast truly healthy, while avoiding unnecessary stress on your body. Now let's talk about another breakfast culprit that often sneaks into your oatmeal bowl: flavored yogurt or sweetened milk. You've probably done it before, swirling in a dollop of vanilla yogurt or pouring a splash of almond milk that tastes more like dessert than dairy. It feels indulgent, doesn't it? Like you're treating yourself while still staying on the healthy track. For many of us over 60, adding these creamy extras to oatmeal is a no-brainer. They soften the texture, add richness, and make breakfast feel a little more special. But here's the catch. Those seemingly innocent additions are hiding a sugar trap that could be quietly undermining your health goals. Think about it. That little cup of strawberry or blueberry yogurt might look wholesome, but take a closer look at the label. Most flavored yogurts are loaded with added sugars, sometimes as much as 20 grams per serving. That's the equivalent of eating a spoonful of sugar alongside your oats. And don't be fooled by the fruit flavors either. It's not just the natural sweetness of berries you're tasting. Manufacturers often pump these products full of syrups, artificial flavorings, and preservatives to make them taste irresistible. The same goes for sweetened plant-based milks like almond, oat, or coconut milk. These trendy alternatives may seem healthier than regular milk, but if they're sweetened, they're basically liquid candy in disguise. Here's why this matters. Oatmeal on its own is already a carbohydrate-rich food. When digested, those carbs break down into glucose, providing steady energy. But when you pair oatmeal with sugary yogurt or sweetened milk, you're essentially doubling down on the sugar content. Your body doesn't know the difference between the natural sugars in oats and the added sugars in your toppings. It all gets processed the same way. And that creates a blood sugar spike that leaves you feeling wired at first, only to crash later. Over time, these constant fluctuations can lead to fatigue, brain fog, and even mood swings. And let's not forget what happens to your waistline. Those extra calories from hidden sugars can settle around your midsection, adding to stubborn belly fat. For older adults, this kind of dietary stress is especially concerning. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at regulating blood sugar levels. Consistently high sugar intake can strain your heart, disrupt your sleep, and increase inflammation throughout your body. None of that sounds particularly appealing, does it? Instead of fueling yourself for the day ahead, you're unknowingly inviting unnecessary stress into your system. It's like signing up for a marathon without training. Your body has to work overtime to keep up, and eventually it starts showing signs of wear and tear. The good news? There's an easy fix. Instead of reaching for flavored yogurt, opt for plain Greek yogurt. It's thick, creamy, and packed with protein, making it a far better choice than its sugary counterpart. Not only will it keep you fuller for longer, but it won't send your blood sugar spiraling out of control. If you're using milk, dairy, or plant-based, stick to unsweetened varieties. Unsweetened almond milk, coconut milk, or regular cow's milk are all great options that won't sabotage your breakfast. Want to add a touch of sweetness? Try stirring in a teaspoon of honey or maple syrup. You'll use far less sugar than what is lurking in pre-sweetened products. By making these simple swaps, you can transform your oatmeal back into the comforting, nourishing meal it's meant to be. Not a sugar-laden trickster that leaves you feeling sluggish and unwell. Remember, small changes add up over time. Keeping your breakfast low in added sugars sets the tone for the rest of your day, helping you feel energized, focused, and ready to tackle whatever comes your way. Finally, let's talk about a breakfast staple that many of us grew up loving: processed breakfast meats like bacon and sausage. There's no denying their appeal. They're crispy, savory, and downright nostalgic. Think about it. The smell of bacon sizzling in the pan on a lazy Sunday morning, or a juicy sausage patty adding heft to your plate. These foods make breakfast feel indulgent, hearty, and complete. But here's the hard truth. As comforting as they may be, these meats are packed with ingredients that don't do your body any favors, especially as you get older. Processed breakfast meats are loaded with sodium, preservatives, and additives designed to extend shelf life and enhance flavor. While they might taste great, these extras can wreak havoc on your system. Sodium, in particular, is a major culprit. It causes water retention, leaving you feeling bloated and sluggish. And if you're pairing these salty meats with oatmeal, a food meant to be light and gentle, you're creating a mismatch that puts unnecessary strain on your body. The oats are trying to keep things calm and steady, but the bacon and sausage come in loud and aggressive, spiking your blood pressure and making your heart work overtime. For those of us over 60, this kind of dietary stress is even more significant. Our bodies are less resilient than they used to be, and high-sodium processed foods can leave you feeling weighed down, literally and figuratively. Maybe your legs feel heavy after eating, or you notice shortness of breath following a meal like this. Over time, these symptoms add up, potentially increasing your risk for heart-related issues or other health concerns. And here's something you might not expect. Some sausages, even the ones that seem purely savory, actually contain added sugars. That means your balanced breakfast could be secretly tipping the scales with both salt and sugar, setting you up for energy crashes and inflammation. The good news? You don't have to give up the satisfaction of a hearty breakfast. You just need to rethink how you achieve it. Instead of reaching for bacon or sausage, try adding healthy fats and proteins that fuel your body without the baggage. A handful of walnuts or almonds sprinkled over your oatmeal adds crunch and richness while delivering heart-healthy omega-3s. Or stir in a spoonful of natural peanut butter, no added sugar required, for creaminess and staying power. If you're craving something more substantial, boil an egg and serve it alongside your bowl. Eggs are nutrient-dense, easy to prepare, and pair beautifully with oatmeal's mild flavor. This isn't about banning bacon forever. It's about understanding what it's doing to your body now, when feeling good matters most. Sure, there's room for indulgence every once in a while, but daily habits shape how we feel, day in and day out. By swapping processed meats for smarter alternatives, you can enjoy a satisfying breakfast that supports your energy, mood, and overall well-being. After all, breakfast is supposed to set the tone for your day, not weigh you down before it even begins. Next, let's bring some texture and healthy fats into the mix. Enter chia seeds and walnuts, two small but mighty powerhouses that deserve a spot in your oatmeal routine. Chia seeds, tiny but transformative. Chia seeds might seem unassuming, but don't underestimate them. When mixed into your oats, these tiny seeds absorb liquid and swell slightly, creating a smooth, pudding-like consistency that's both satisfying and filling. But their magic doesn't stop there. Chia seeds are packed with omega-3 fatty acids for joint health, fiber for digestive regularity, protein for sustained energy, Think of them as your secret weapon against sluggish mornings and midday crashes. Walnuts are brain-boosting MVP. Then there's walnuts, the crunchy, nutty MVPs of brain health. Packed with omega-3s to support cognitive function, antioxidants to fight inflammation, healthy fats to keep you feeling full and focused. Sprinkle a few on top of your oatmeal, and you're essentially high-fiving your brain before the day even begins. No walnuts? No problem. Try almonds, pecans, a smear of natural peanut butter, no added sugar, please. Healthy fats, the fuel your body needs. Healthy fats aren't the enemy, they're fuel for your body. Together, chia seeds and walnuts create a dynamic duo that teams up with oatmeal to keep your energy steady all morning long. The result? A breakfast that sustains you, rather than spiking and crashing, so you feel grounded, energized, and focused. Finally, let's not overlook one of the simplest yet most impactful additions to your oatmeal, cinnamon. This humble spice might not seem like much, but trust me, it's a quiet hero hiding in plain sight. The flavor boost you didn't know you needed. Sprinkling a pinch or two of cinnamon onto your oatmeal adds warmth and depth, transforming a basic bowl into something comforting and indulgent. But beyond its flavor-enhancing qualities, cinnamon has been shown to stabilize blood sugar levels. For those of us over 60, this is particularly important. By helping regulate glucose metabolism, cinnamon prevents those dreaded energy crashes that leave you feeling foggy and fatigued. It's a subtle tweak with big benefits, especially if you're mindful of managing blood sugar or simply want to maintain steady energy throughout the day. The perfect pairing for your oatmeal. Cinnamon also pairs beautifully with other ingredients. Try it with sliced apples, raisins, a drizzle of unsweetened almond butter. The result? A cozy, satisfying flavor profile without needing sugary syrups or honey. Once you taste how delightful cinnamon makes your oatmeal, you won't miss them. Simple, small, and oh so good for you, cinnamon is the ultimate breakfast bestie. Little changes, big wins. Breakfast often flies under the radar, doesn't it? We reach for what's familiar because it feels safe and convenient. But as we get older, our bodies become more vocal, whether through fatigue, bloating, or brain fog, when something's off. What you eat in the morning sets the tone for the rest of your day. Oatmeal that works for you, not against you. Today, we've peeled back the curtain on oatmeal, showing how it can either shine or stumble, depending on what's in the mix. Swapping out sugary offenders like fruit juice, flavored yogurt, processed meats, for nutrient-dense alternatives like berries, chia seeds, walnuts. Cinnamon isn't about overhauling your entire diet. It's about making thoughtful tweaks that add up to meaningful improvements in how you feel. Your morning, your moment. These changes are doable, sustainable, and designed to lift you up, not bog you down. Breakfast should be more than just food. It should be a moment of care, setting the stage for a day filled with energy, clarity, and vitality. If this conversation flipped a switch for you, if it made you rethink your morning routine, I'm thrilled you stuck around. Because this isn't just about oatmeal or breakfast, it's about living well, step by step. Want more tips like this? Hit subscribe. Tap the bell. I'd love to keep sharing insights to help you thrive. Above all, remember to show up for yourself every day. You deserve mornings that feel good, inside and out. Thanks for being here. Until next time, take care.